Do you know what Sarpy County has to offer? It's time for another Sarpy County Spotlight.
Got an event to plan. Embassy Suites Omaha La Vista Hotel and Conference Center wants to help. They've got plenty of incentives to offer as well.
They do. Here to explain, Sean Paul and Andra Peterson. Good morning. Good to see you guys.
Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome.
This is good stuff. We always like talking about this facility. We've done a number of events out there. I know, Nikki, you have too. We've done some events out there.
Absolutely.
And, you know, a lot of people have been to those large events, the big galas that you guys have, but you also specialize in some of these smaller events, hosting some of these smaller events. Can you tell us more about those?
Absolutely. A lot of people you meet or talk to have always come to the giant galas, weddings, fundraisers, and so they always think of us as this massive ballroom, but we actually are a major complex in the fact that we're the La Vista Conference Center, the Embassy Suites, and the Courtyard by Mariott. So in addition to this giant ballroom that we do have, we have a multitude of smaller meeting spaces ranging anywhere from 2 to 150 people, ranging from your corporate events, corporate meetings, smaller social receptions, depositions, job fairs, all kinds of smaller things that people wouldn't necessarily think of a major complex.
And in some of those big events, some of those galas, and maybe some of those big fundraisers that I've been to, they've also used these smaller rooms in conjunction with those, which I thought was kind of a neat twist for maybe breakout sessions.
Absolutely, absolutely. So yeah, a lot of times they'll use a portion of our bigger ballrooms, and then a lot of those smaller rooms can be chopped up different ways to be breakouts for larger events. But we have rooms that can accommodate as small as 6 people, which are really convenient for last minute. We get a lot of calls within 2 to 3 days of, you know, help us. We need a spot. We need a spot. And we're fortunate to be in a community that's constantly expanding, and we get a lot of calls all the time that we've outgrown our own on-site space. We need help. It's only 48 hours away, and we're glad to accommodate that. So.
And I would think with so many people working remotely, when they finally do need to gather together, people don't have the office space, they don't have conference rooms the way we always used to. So this really comes in handy for them.
Absolutely.
Can you talk about why the advantages of working with your team, especially with your experience dealing with these big galas, and then breaking that down into these smaller rooms and having the experience you do with some of these events?
Yeah, so kind of what Sean's and our jobs are, we're the one-stop shop. So a customer can call in and get prompt to us, and what we can do is either sell the Embassy Suites by Hilton, the La Vista Conference Center, or the Courtyard by Marriott. And it's very helpful because then they don't get passed around a lot. We can get everything they want taken care of right away with them, get their contract done, get the planning started, and kind of get going on the ends and take care of them that way.
And this is everything from business meetings to maybe a smaller party or a birthday party, anything. They one-stop shopping, they can come to you and you can hammer out all the details?
Yeah, so we just work on the smaller events, which is our expertise kind of. And I mean, we do smaller holiday parties. We've even done wedding receptions for smaller groups, and it's kind of funny because they're still booking those like 2 to 3 to 4 months out. So we still get wedding reception calls to do for smaller weddings that we'll take care of.
I can imagine. Can you talk about the accommodations when somebody books one of these smaller event rooms, whether it's food, whether it's a PA, sometimes you need a podium. I don't know. But can you talk about some of the accommodations that could come with that?
Yeah, it's nice with our property is that we have on-site AV too, so they're always there to help.
Audio-visual.
Audio-visual. If anybody comes to you and says, "Oh, my projector's not connecting, I have this and that," well, you know, we have on-site AV, which is very helpful. That they can just pop in there and get that fixed.
I can tell you, I've been a part of some of these events where you go and you got to lug the projector, right? Then you got to find a way to get the audio out there, and so you bring this big radio thing with speakers. You have that all on site and it's all handled, right?
Every room accommodates house sound, and there's just a patch that we can accommodate, you know, into the projector. If you have sound with your programming, anything like that, we can make that happen for you.
It's a huge resource because I don't think people realize how incompatible some of those systems are depending on where you go.
No kidding.
So to have it just all streamlined is really a huge advantage. And can I talk about your food? Because I have been at many of your events, and I'm always amazed, even at larger ones, that you can have a warm plate of delicious food served to that many people, but you can also multitask for all of these smaller events. And your chefs are very impressive, I have to say.
Our chef Richard does a great job. He's pretty much had to come down to make it a science of being able to accommodate as small as 8 people for a lunch or 1,850 people for a sit-down formal 3-course dinner. And a lot of times when there's those 3-course dinners, the people don't realize there's appetizers and VIP parties they're also getting food prepared for. So major process for our kitchen. And there could be smaller events going around throughout other parts of the hotel that nobody even knows about.
Yeah, there's a couple things that are going on here that I want to let our viewers know about, because you have a promotion that's going on right now until the end of the year. Can you tell us about what you're offering with that?
Yep. So from now to the end of the year, we have some select weekend dates that still have space available. So if you're looking to do an employee appreciation or kind of even a quick holiday party, you can go ahead and give us a call, and I mean, we can get that booked for you on those select dates that we have, and we'll get that taken care of for you.
And then this one. This is a good offer too. This is just strictly for Morning Blend viewers.
Yep.
If you mention the Morning Blend, receive a complimentary. When we talked about that AV, right? The LCD projector rental. Yeah, no kidding. And then the LCD projector rental when booking a meeting between now and the end of September, and that's a good value as well, because like
Absolutely.
I said, all I want to bring is I just want to bring my flash drive or my DVD and plug it in and play it.
Make it work.
That's right. The La Vista Hotel and Conference Center, right there. You can see the website at the bottom of the screen. We'll keep that up just for a second so you can jot that down, or just give them a call at 408-5470. Good stuff. Anything else you want to add?
Thanks for having us.
Call soon,
Call
right?
soon, yeah.
Call soon and book
we
it.
have
Absolutely.
space, and we'll take care of you.
Absolutely.
All right, great. Hey, good to see you guys. Thanks for
so
coming.
much for having us.
You betcha. Keep an eye out for our next Sarpy County Spotlight. Look for more places to visit at GoSarpy.com.